competing with some heavy hitters today. Oh, MJ Ron Yos. That's, I think it's how it's pronounced. The Duckies. Oh, shout out to K9. And then the Yellow Banana. He's at home, man. The work van's finally remedied. It doesn't look like hardly anybody's fishing. Somebody was up to some sus activity. Look at that. That's a nice hook, though. Dang, that's like a $3 hook. We might put that in the goodie bag. We'll leave it over here by Elon. Shout out to Elon. Check the battery. We're good. So I did a review on the, what do you call it? The battery thing. So he bought the integrated one with the telescope stand. And he said no bueno. Oh, speaking of no bueno, gotta get all the stinky stuff that way out of my spot. Got my chair. Clean off my LaCroix. Make sure I get some sips in. Looks like everyone's catfishing. And somewhere right there, I think a smallmouth was caught. So maybe if we pass by a smallmouth. Oh, that hits the spot. We got everything? I forgot a couple things already. So, watch out, spiders, I'm coming through. Oh, one mud cat. That sun popped up. It is hot. Let's see what we can find. Dang, Fishy Things is on. Shout out to him. He came by the other day. Oh, so I was doubting my name. And then, what you call it? Dang, this might not be a good spot. Yeah, 11 feet, 10, it's about 9, so it's a little low. LV Rodfather. Damn, panfish niblets. He laughed at my name. So see, the name change before, everyone would just stumble on my name change. And I think, okay. Dang, this one's the modified one with the rattle. Let's see. I need one of those swivel chairs, an assistant. Right here's where we pulled out that frog feet catfish. So yeah, the frog-footed catfish was over here. That's my biggest of the year. I don't know how big he was. Someone says, "Do you got a PB?" Oh, so what? Oh, it didn't fall off. So it's funny though, on the PBs, one kid's already up to an 8-pound largemouth, and then the other kid rolls in with a 9-pound largemouth, and I'm like, dang, you guys. And then one guy breaks it out. Yeah, you gotta be over at Lake Powell, and that was 1974. I think it's 10 pounds. So everyone's calling BS on stuff. And then the one kid, he always goes, it's a generic name. I can't remember what it is. He was there. He verified. And I'm like, who? Dang, the bobber might not work. We might have to ground and pound on the bottom. So that's hilarious. Yeah, a lot of people fishing today. Let's see how long I can last, or the phone lasts. I just need to make it till 10. I need to buy up some fishing hooks and yeah, the smallmouth are coming back. I think that was a recent video. I'm not sure. I do a check every once in a while, see who's who. see who's buying influencers and stuff, our paying subscribers. So, oh, the chat's already gone. What? Hold on a second. Seems to be a common theme lately. There we go. So we had a strange dream yesterday, or last night. And I go, So maybe it was some agro fishermen or something. It was in a mall setting, and I'm like, I don't venture to the malls. Oh, we got a bite? Or is that old fishing line? And so I go, hey, there's my tomahawk. And I grab it, but it has a hammer on the other side. And I go, I'm ready for war. Just put on a couple, some more paint, and I'm set to go. So that was funny. Surprisingly, no white bass. Looks like I'm going to have to ground and pound. I think there's a hot springs right here. I think there's one on the other side of the boat ramp, too. So, I better look for trouble, for Kevin's. Yeah. It's been that kind of week. Maybe it's the heat. Oh, Mr. Bird's popping up over there saying, who the hell's that? Babbling, ruining my sonar. Yeah, looks like everything. Usually there's bluegills right here, too. Looks like we might have to hit the bottom. So that was funny. I go, you better not show up to Wrecker Lake. And then, so I go, grab the tomahawk, put it in. I can't remember what I needed to. I think I needed to put in a fishing holder, and that rock was, or the ground was too tough. So I need a extra spot for my rod holder. So I was going to pound a spike into the ground. So that's why I need a hammer, and it's light enough. Oh, speaking of a kid, the one kid that was the net boy briefly without signing the model release was on the last episode. So he's over there and he shows a picture of I caught an 8-pounder. See, everyone's on the 8-pound, 10-pound kick right now. And he goes, I caught an 8-pounder. And I go, where at? He goes, I don't know. My dad drove. And then he goes, you want to see a picture of my fish? And I go, you guys were at Lincoln Beach. And he's like, yeah. That was hilarious. He didn't know what to say. He got caught slipping. That was hilarious, though. You can't fool Uncle L. Then he started casting in my area, and I go, closing time. Oh, Mr. Carp right there. I think we in the right spot. We just got to get precision casts in. The largemouth seemed to hang out right about there. And then, what the heck? Oh, it's the yellow line. I was like, it's a Loch Ness monster over there. A little bit of algae. check the chat in a second. Let me get a few more cast in. Yeah, over there in the shade, that guy got it, but my Skechers ain't that four-wheel drive. Oh, so I'm rolling out the door, and then I rescued a hummingbird. He was stuck in something, and then he kept flying because I do my drone check, and I'm like, oh, so he's there for looking for stuff, hooks and whatnot in my car. And he keeps flying. Then he buzzes me. He flies right over about 4 feet. And then he flies back the other way. And I'm like, oh, that's a sign. The birdie's giving me a sign. So that's hilarious. I better change up my routine. Let's put chat filter. I think if I put it in all chat, that's what happens. It goes, it blocks you guys or it disappears from my screen. Oh, where was I? Oh, the topic of the story. So Uncle L's not a very smart. I'm not a very smart mom, but I know what love is. Oh, that's how I roused up the crowd yesterday. I guess the throat cancer is for those guys that go venture their tongues in other places besides the whatever. And I send that to my buddies and I go, oh man. Because they always brag about all these women. Oh, what was that? Either a cat or a carp. So I sent them that. And I go, oh, you better change your MO. I don't think you're going to be getting that many girls this year. And then that's when when you catch a 9-pound largemouth, 8-pound largemouth. So they come after my fishing skills, and I'm like laughing. I'm like, yeah, I know I hit a nerve. So the one was the one girl he's messing around with. He goes, can you meet my mom and me for dinner? We got something to tell you. I'm like, oh man, you're done. I hope it's twins. Yippee-oh, yippee-yay. Baby, I like it raw. I always tell him, yeah, we need some kids. And then it's funny, his mom said, oh yeah, I think you're going to have a daughter. So with the 2 shaman jinx on them. I'm like, yeah, that's what I seen. I made that up, of course, but that was hilarious. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to go deep. Oh, okay. So I scroll around. I don't know if this is a new story, old story, what story, but the fake influencer is just, I watch other people. And like I say, it's an easier name than my other one. You figure out something you're good at. The one girl does glitter pencils, glitter foam cases on Etsy. And man, she kills it on the likes and the watches. Yeah. You know, it's coming up to hard times. Maybe we'll just goof around with this just for a backup. Oh, right there he was again. I think that's Mr. Carp, though. Oh, I scared him. Let it soak for a minute. Oh, I left the net. I was leaving everything today. Yeah, they like that little edge for some reason. What? The bait's already gone? So I look at different channels and I go, oh, okay. And so there might be a glitch in the matrix. And I'm like, oh, and then I start noticing things. So I got these guys. They look a little sus. Some of them are grinders. That LV Rodfather, man, he goes, I'm going home at 3 and I'm waking up at 6. You can't compete with that. And so there's some heavy hitters out there. And I don't know how it all works, but we're just having fun. So we had to, I've tried everything and nothing really stuck. So I go, let's give this a try. Oh, come on. So it's just the algorithm. I got a bunch of subscribers, but lately the chat's not been working, and then you don't get your notifications. Check the chat. We are trying for a smallmouth, but I'm just seeing if the panfish are sniffing around. This used to be a panfish hotspot, but I'm not seeing anybody. Also, the perch is on the bottom. So if you watch a couple shorts ago, there was a monster catfish over here on my 164th jig. Where was I? Oh yeah. So we pretty much tried everything and to no avail. So I got, we don't have a, like most of the videos you see are clips. So I go, so now my, oh yeah, it is a carp. So now my, oh, he's in there too. 2 carps. Well, at least the carp are here. Maybe we're trying for carp today. It's going to mess up this line, but... So anyway, the video reads, I shot my testicles off. And I go, oh, okay. So your resume, if you're influencing, is your shorts, your skid marks. I don't know why they call it short, but I always click on that. So I go, okay, let's click on that and see how good of, if they got the, something was live and that's all they do, they don't change the name title. I go, oh yeah, they're just slacking. Highlights. I go, they're just clicking buttons, which is okay. Everyone runs their own channel how they want. And so I click on, he keeps saying, weapons. I'll say slingshots. The keyword is weapons. And I'm like, why does he keep saying that? I was pulling my slingshot out of my holster, which was in front by my testicles. And anyone that says testicles is already sus. And so he had a negligent discharge. And I'm like, oh, that's serious. And then B rolls in the hospital pictures, and it looks like grandma's behind him. I'm like, oh, okay. Whatever. So I scroll. I'm like, he keeps saying weapons. I got 2,500 years of experience. Dang, I might have to go stand over there. Well, I don't want to burn the line yet. I want to catch something. Crappie or panfish wise first, something small. And so I'm like, oh. Okay. So after that, I go to the comments. So any negligent discharge, I'm not sponsored, so I can say the name, has been a SIG lately. Or that BMG that blew up, that was a good one. So I go, there's not one blank comment here. Oh man, there's not one negative, you know. So maybe, and so when I look through his resume, I go, oh, this guy's probably one of those Legion guys. And then he comes out and says he's using hollow point slingshot ammo at a tournament. And I'm like, what? So that checks off as suspect too, because he's one of those. I get better performance. I shoot this all the time, and I'm not a FMG guy. So I go, check mark, second sus. So we're scrolling through the shorts, and then I see the motherland with the bear in it is battling with the Ukraine. And I see that little flag in there, and I go, so double check on his voting habits. So he might be just, angling for a lawsuit. But what he does say is, I might have had my finger in the trigger thing. I might have caught my sleeve. I might have the bottom of my shirt. It might have grabbed this. And I'm like, But that was funny. And so it was like 3 or 4 minutes in the video. And like I say, I scrolled down about 20 comments, and I could tell he's probably in hospital bed. Well, it looks like a mudcap. He's in the hospital bed, and I'm like, yeah, he's getting rid of all these comments because I have a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend acquaintance who has the same setup. And I guess it negligent charged through the holster and went through the unit and took something out, and that being a what do you call it? Hollow point did some damage. So that's how I break down videos. So like I say, they wouldn't put it out there, and anything I put out there is fair game. Hold on, let me check the chat. We're still up. So I always say, so the name change on this, whoa, I think it went over the carp's back right there. So the name change of this channel is a hook soaker, so I can be a line soaker. I don't have to catch anything. So that's the basic concept for the name. And I go, so along with the fake taxi. And I go, who uses fake in their names? And I can't remember anybody. And then they up against that guardrail for some reason. Maybe they're chasing the fry or the minnows. Somebody over there. He over there chasing something. He moving around. Oh. But he could be trying for the lawsuit. I'm not sure. It was just interesting wording. And then I assume, like I say, if I was subscribed to his channel and I was like, oh, okay, that was a Sean Regan, I'd be like, he would be on there, this piece of and then he'd show it and this and that. You can't touch it, I don't know, on a live stream. But he made a video and he clipped it and made it feel maybe he's doing a medical, raising funds. But like I say, that made my day. And I'm like, again, if you always, there's an MO, a pattern, whether they know it or not. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then next I check the view count. So the view numbers and the likes. So that's another thing I look at, and how long it's been posted for. But like I say, I didn't see one SIG comment in that whole thing, and I scroll down and I scroll down and I scroll down, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then when he's saying whipping, I'm like, dang, all around, just not right here. So that made my week. So that we aggroed everybody, and I go, yeah, I want to see you carry this. What is it called? Appendix holster, and with your hollow point SIGs. Yeah, it's one of those guys that was probably using the SIG has their own brand of hollow points. I can't remember what the name was, but that's probably him. Rolling all SIG, had the SIG shirt on. That's why there was no pictures of the tournament. He probably had to strip his Instagram. He looked like I bet you if you go on there, he got the SIG shirt on. And he's like one of those guys. I shot 100,000 rounds through this and not one incident. Yeah, maybe he's going to win a big lawsuit. I don't know. So that was strange terminology. I mean, there's strange terminology, but if you're an established, that's what it looked like. He had some sunset pictures and this and that. But it looks like he was sort of that influencer type. So maybe he had a deal with somebody. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be a fake influencer today. Yeah, it's hard. Like I say, most of the time, I think that's a fishing line right there or something. Most of the time, it's 5 minutes or minimum of the setup, and we're rolling. And then when I shut down, we shut down. Take a swig of my LaCroix. Sometimes if a buddy shows up or something, I'll fish with him for a little bit, but most of the time it's lunch breaks, gotta get to work type deal. So oh, I think it is a fishing line. Dang it, give me a false hope. No, maybe they're biting the front of the jig. Huh. Oh yes, it's been a week of confrontations and or spirited debates. I always say confrontations. I haven't had no confrontations on here in a while. Somebody and his wife was on early on, but didn't hear a peep from him again. Like I say, Uncle L's strange, where he knows somebody that knows somebody that maybe knows somebody that's good gossip. So I go, you care to comment? Remember that hook was inside that bluegill or crappie or whatever. I go, you care to comment on these allegations? It was all crickets. I go, yeah. Surprisingly, maybe we're too early, but I doubt it. That's insane. A little rockfish, a little bluegill, usually something bites. And then that's how I know, oh, okay. I guess I could throw 10 fishing poles. I think our limit's too. It's too much work. Oh, there he is. Boom. What is it? Oh, Mr. Channel Cat. What? Yeah, but he was sleeping down there. 1/64th jig, 4-pound test. We got a half decent reel. Too much. Where's my Channel Cat pliers? It is an old frog foot. Grab my Channel Cat pliers. Oh, I got, oh, those rocks look slippery right there. That's funny, everyone's bait fishing for channel cats, and here he is. Nice, nice. Yeah, where's Grandpa Frog Feet? I got looking at the short later, and I was like, hey, he has frog feet. Oh, that's a beat up tail. So this is an OG. Oh, nice, nice, very nice. That's the end of the program. I'm ruining my fake fisher reputation, fake fishing influencer. We out. See, I think they like the negativity. They go, oh, is he gossiping again? Let's bite his jig. That might be the one kid that caught the smallmouth. Yeah, that's rare. I think that's the first smallmouth I've seen out of here. It wasn't too big, but better than 80% of the fishermen without a bass boat. Yeah, you gotta have the respect from the shore. The grinders from the shore. Oh yeah, pretty, pretty. Yeah, it's 4-pound test and a small hook, so we're just gonna let it. Uncle L needs some fish and chips, so. And he didn't bring his net. Man, I was forgetting everything. So that's pretty much the story. Don't shoot your testicles off. Don't shoot your testicles off. Dang. On the Berkeley Trout Doe series, I don't know if they make these anymore. One of my favorite poles. Rainbow trout and albino trout. So again, I have a bunch of stuff. Dang, he's dropping it down like in the ocean. What are you doing there, buddy? Supposed to be coming up. good landing point so I don't trip and fall. I think that would be my shirt. Get it on live. Yeah, it's a deep drop off right here, so I gotta be careful. Oh, there's some duckies over there. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. Oh, he's about done. Or she. Yeah, it looks like he. Oh, no. Don't be snapping your head. I only bring like 1 or 2 jigs down here, and I don't want to walk to the car. There's a good spot for my pole. Oh, shoot. Missed it. Strike 1. Strike 2. Wow. Damn. A little bigger than Wrecker Lake. Not bad. Oh, I forgot my forceps. Yeah, I gotta retie this line anyway. Oh, don't smack me. Last time speaking of nuts, the frog foot one almost got me in the nuts last time. Whoa, 4-wheel drive. Ooh, good thing I brought my dude wipes. It just slimed me in the face. Well, I gotta retie anyway, so let's make the process easy. Barely got him, 1/64th. And we bring the panfish ice chest. Pose for the camera. Nice. Yeah. Dang, long as heck. You gonna fit in the ice box? Just barely. Slime me in the face. That was AI generated, so fake fishing influencer. Dang. So the one guy, I think it's fishy things. He does his own music and stuff. So that got me looking. And this other guy's creating AI. That was the other discussion. And he's typing away and making this lady, like different lady videos and old Egyptian stuff. And he's typing away. Look at this. Look at her. Does she look more realistic? And I go, no bueno. So then I told him they're not monetizing, or there's certain guidelines on monetizing, what do you call it? And he goes, no, there's not. So he goes to the GPT and, well, it says this and it says this. And it was interesting because I was showing the local deliveries and he wasn't paying attention. He was delivering, or he was sitting on his little iPad the whole time, and I was like, man, I'm supposed to be learning this stuff. Well, he did a little bit of damage to the line. Not much. He wasn't much of a fighter. back the other way, so we'll just strip off about 3 feet. There we go. So that was the other discussion last week. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna make all this, make nonprofits. And usually if I was up onto the influencers stuff, I'd be like, oh, okay. This is where he learned that from. So to get rich, you need to see it. So if Uncle L, our fake fishing influencer, FFI, was to make some money, he would sell you a how-to fish course. Well, how not to fish. And so that's what I told the one guy into Bitcoin a long time ago. So Tony Robbins, he's a nice guy, but if you chased him down in the street, he probably has a bodyguard and is going to not talk to you. Probably same with Uncle L. Uncle L is like, stop, no, and don't. You're not a ducky. Shout out to the duckies. I miss you today. But the hummingbird told me to come this way. So blame the hummingbird. There's different ways. AdSense, this and that. Oh, yeah. Check the hook for damages. No? Held up pretty good. Don't know if you can see that. We're limited on time anyway, because the phone's going to start heating up. If it's not already been heated up, then it shuts off. Check the chat. Yeah, see, it looks like the chat's froze anyway. One channel cat. Seems to be the channel cat. Weak. Oh, I haven't seen Mr. Mudcat in a couple episodes. There we go. Oh, almost lost my jig. Good thing it was sharp and stuck in my finger. Still sharp? Good to go. Yeah, I think that is that influencer. I think the family regulations and the other regulations different. So it's just easier to keep it separated. Allegedly. I didn't look into it. So it's best to have nobody. I didn't sign my own model release anyway, so. Palomar not. I better get out of here before that influencer kid outfishes me. He's about 5 or 6. Don't want Uncle L looking bad. Well, I guess we're fake influencers. Since we retied, let's see if anybody's deeper. Maybe they stick into the bottom. They don't like the heat like me. And then I looked in my box and I'm like, oh, I gotta retie jigs. Let's see, where'd that jig go? Let's go stand right here real quick. Four-wheel drive mode. last time I was standing right here. I think I might be able to stand right there. Do I got the pliers? Oh, I got spider webs on there already. I can't cast very far, but it's capable. There we go. Ooh. Oh no, I'm already wet. What? Oh my goodness. Okay, is that wrapped around the tip? Nope. The sun's blinding my eyes. Let me tighten up the drag. Getting algae bloom on my feet. Oh yeah, it is murky right there, look. Lake must have turned over. Or I'm hitting right on top of the seaweed. Yeah, I'd like to catch a perch after caught. Oh, there goes my shoes. Oh well, we're wet. I gotta wash these shoes anyway. Oh, it hesitated right there. I don't know what that was, but let's see right here where that fishing line is. See if it is fishing line. Oh, good. Oh, no. Kid's hard grinding again. Maybe he'll show me his secret spot. My poor shoes. At least they're the four-wheel drive ones. I'd be struggling if it was my grandpa no traction on four-wheel drive setup. Careful, careful. Come on, kid, go to your honey hole. That used to be my slogan. Fish someone else. You want to learn how to fish? Look at the lures and know what jigs or products they're using. And then fish someone else's honey hole. I think these guys are over on his honey hole, so that's why he's not over there. Yeah, Oh, dang, I just gave away the whole seminar. You would have spent your Cash App on me, and then I'd have just sent you an email. Secrets to fishing. And that would have been it. Fish someone else's honey hole and develop your own Uncle L jig. Oh, there was a sniff, but I think it might have been that weed. Yep, seaweed. Oh, it's a snag. That's why. Some fishing line I break. There we go. Yep, that's what I said. Didn't I say? Oh, did I lose it? Some kid's fishing line. Dang, socks are cheap at Walmart. I don't know why. There was like a pack for $5 for 12 of them. They had the gold toes over there a couple weeks ago, and they were $3. And I go, you can't pass up. Gold toes usually had about 6 in a pack or 5. I go, you can't pass up on that deal. So I got enough socks for the apocalypse. Yep. Oh, there's that fishing line again. There's a disturbance in the force right there. Ohio. Sorry, the screen's turned down. So I check the chat every once in a while. And we caught one channel cat. Not too big, but we're using a 1/64th jig. We're using a baby jig. Oh no. There we go. There's that line. Let me see if I can pull it in. Put it in my pocket. Oh dang, another free jig. It looks like a Walmart. Dang, we got one professional jig that's like $3. I think that one's what's that? Begins with a K. Not Kydex. Caltech, Cavlex, not KVD either. But it's a nice hook. Oh yeah, there's something. Scuba team, scuba team. The viewers are getting restless. Yeah, that's the bad thing about being an influencer. Somebody's always in your spot. So I think that's what happened to the kid. Somebody in his large or smallmouth spot. Yeah, it looks like they're coming through. They're not laying there. Usually I fish this with a cane pole. I caught some nice channels out here on a cane pole. And then Uncle L used to be a Captain Save-A-Ho. So always those cute fly fishing girls. So I set her up with my cane pole. Dang, that channel or the carp almost yanked it out of her hand. And then with the cane pole, you got to use the backbone. She went straight like this and then went snapped the line. That was hilarious. She thought I was BSing her, but no. There's some monsters in here. Can't be no geek off the street. I got a notes. No seaweed. Oh, he's on. Looks like a mudcat. Yeah, there's a snag right there. Getting it too low. Looks like the bait's off. Hold on a second. Woohoo! We're standing on wet rocks. Yeah, let's give it a couple more casts this way. What the heck does she throw a big rock for? Oh, people are strange. There's a big enough rock to hit you on the head and you fall in. Oh, that's a girl fishing. That's why they're... I shouldn't have looked that way. She's on the board. Dang, 70 pounds? Nice. Yeah, I think the biggest one here is 30 pounds on the channel cat, but those records were old school. Like 1974. The biggest largemouth was 10 pounds. And if you missed the earlier section, we were talking about throat cancer and if you go downtown too much. And this one guy's always bragging, and I go, well, if you don't go downtown, I don't think these girls would like you, the big girls. Because it ain't because of your looks. Everyone comes to me for positive reinforcement. Yeah, I'm looking for crappie or panfish, but I'm not seeing anything. One bluegill. I actually wouldn't mind catching a perch. Make sure that line's not wrapped around the tip. Oh, it's wrapped around the reel. Yeah, some big monsters around here, and everything has to be on point with 4-pound test. Oh, see? There we go. Yeah, it's fake fishing influencers. Hard work. Note to self, if you're a fishing influencer, change up your uniform so you can throw them off. I'm about 80% sure that's the one kid. He had a bobber and a worm, but he caught a smallmouth. So, like I say, I don't see too many smallmouths out of here. Maybe they're on Instagram or Fish Brain. With the wind, it's pretty tolerable. It's probably not great for the audio, but I'm enjoying it. Let's see my hat today. Speaking of doxing yourself, that's what I'm saying to the smallmouth. Excuse me. Surprisingly, not one white bass. Usually this is their habitat right here. They like hanging out right here. Nothing. Unless everyone's smart and hiding behind the gates. I wouldn't doubt that. No panfish sniffs. Crazy. Think there's another fishing line over there. Looks like it's going to be one channel cat today, and that's it. Or maybe he was sleeping on the bottom and I just conked him on the head. Maybe, huh? Oh, that's that snag right there. Yeah, if you missed it, you got to rewind. Story time was a little while ago. When I'm zoning out, I'm like in a... my mind's like shut off. I'm like, where's this fish? Who's sniffing? Where's the sniff? So his home base right there was a white bass or a small carp straight out. A little short. They said there's caffeine in the water now. And I wonder if it's making the fish smarter. Or, what was that one movie, Limitless? They would take the pill and they'd get smart. The Grandpa Joe pills. And then it fries your brain and then you can't be anything. And if you take those pills and become too smart, the intellectuals are usually the first ones to go. Oh yeah, remember allegedly all those scientists are starting to disappear that did projects. Yeah. Too many degrees. It looks like nobody's sniffing around. That's unfortunate. Oh, that Plan B? So if the caffeine's in the thing, I wonder if the Plan B's in there too. Some guys have all the luck. Oh, there's a baby camel cat right here, see? He's chasing my pole. Man, I ain't touching him. They have, when they're babies, it's just like the snakes when they bite you. They don't know how to control their venom. Man, I cried for one day. I got stuck by a little channel cat. I was like, his little stickers are not developed yet. Poked. Man, that was deadly and sharp. And then I usually get like a flu symptom. Yeah, kid, go to your smallmouth location. I think his smallmouth place was over there. Let's go in here and see if Mr. Rockfish is sleeping. Oh, seaweed, seaweed. Rebait, that's almost seaweed altogether. There we go. Phew, this stuff stinks. It's like panfish caviar. Well, I guess we just throw a bunch of casts under the bobber. That seems like what they like. Dang it, I lost my spot on the bobber. How deep was it, or not deep was it? I think I left the bobber over there. We're grinding too hard for fake fishing influencer. Acting like a fly fisherman today. Oh, that looked like Mr. Mudcat. Yeah, I think they're coming in and out, so I don't think there's no benefit to stand in here, and might as well just put it under the bobber. I think it's the same action. I'm a little bit more precise, and I can be a little bit more lazy on the bobber. Let's do a couple more sweeps in the tunnel. Oh, that line darted straight. Shade the phone. That's the only thing I'm battling today is the phone needs an umbrella. And my shoes are getting wet. Good thing I have to wash these. Oh, somebody's right here. That's funny. I missed a bite. Yeah, let's go find my bobber and get out this slippery stuff. Mr. Big Spider, don't get me. Oh, there it is. I got my El Croix and my Dude Wipe. I think we're all prepared. My brain, I'm sitting back down comfortable. My brain can start telling stories again. We was in peril, see? All that wet seaweed right there. I'm eating McDonald's hamburger. Dang, that's what I want. That damn combo, the 2 hamburger combo, is $10 for a large, or 10 something. And then they have the nerve to give me cold French fries. And plus now it's breakfast, so I have to wait till 11 o'clock to get chicken nuggets. They should at least, like, remember how you can get breakfast? They should at least have a hamburger available in the mornings with French fries. I like a good hash brown with a bunch of ketchup on it, but right here's where the snag was. I don't know how things look at American Fork. I'm like, do I want to pay $5? For 100-degree weather? It's not too bad right now. That swallow almost took my Uncle L jig. Let's see, Cane's Chicken is down the road, but it's not as good without that hot sauce. So I'm about to go back on my diet, and I'm trying to get all my favorites out of the way. So Cane's Chicken was a disappointment. Maybe it was the service. Yeah. Yeah, I used to have, the one guy's cheap. So there's a place way down on the other end of Utah, and the aunt was sort of wealthy, and she had a condo or something, a summer house. So he would take them down, the kids down. Come on, kids, we're going. But he would leave like at 8:30 at night. So that way all the gas stations, he would fill up before he left. So all the fast food places would be closed. And then that's where we got the half a hamburger when the dollar hamburgers were around. And I go, so what are the kids allowed to order? A Happy Meal? Hell no, I cut that in two. So I give 2 kids can eat one hamburger. And then they can share a small French fry. It's like cheap, cheap, cheap. And that was I think he was a former millionaire. And the housing crash, and I guess he's not a former millionaire if he's chopping hamburgers in half. Bring his own drink and get the dollar hamburger and a dollar French fries. That was hilarious. I go, come on, get a Big Mac. I'm buying. So that was hilarious. The reminiscing back in the day, I think the Big Mac was $5 for a large drink, and they actually had a cup from way back when. So it's like almost like a 7-Eleven Super Gulp. So now it's shorter. And then the one kid emptied out the French fries, and the large French fries and the medium, and they both fit in the same thing. It's just a different size or something. Oh, golden French fries. Del Taco has good. But he used to scan the receipts, and I'm like, why are you scanning your receipts? I make money. And this was maybe 5 years ago. And I go, you know that's going in a database. He goes, I don't care. He gives me X amount. I can't remember how much. What was the other scam? Oh, yeah, I think it was another receipt thing. Or no, you put something on your cell phone and you get paid to drive the miles or something. So your mileage, every time you drove, you turn on the app. My buddy was, well, a friend of a friend. He was just an acquaintance. I used to go talk to him all the time, but it was more business related. And come on, sign up. Let me see your phone. I'm like, no bueno. Yeah, surprised no one's biting. I would have been long gone, but the phone hasn't overheat. Oh yeah, they give you free French fries. So he'll drive halfway across the valley to get some French fries from a certain location. And I go, is that for you and your wife? You're going to cut the hamburger in half? Yeah, you're nuts. But I used to get the value menu. Del Taco used to have a solid value menu. And then the one kid that was broke. Oh, you put the money on the card. So he didn't have a credit card on file. And I guess you had to buy the gift card or something. If you wanted to do it that way, put the cash on there. So that was the other red flag on the McDonald's app. Was you couldn't go in there and just say, hey, can I pay cash on this? Or I don't know how it worked, but something was the hiccup last time. I gave him cash. And his girl was pregnant. I don't know whatever happened to him. He ended up having a 40-year-old having a baby. I'm like, man, you're crazy. And she had no teeth. I think it might have been an accident or something happened. And I was like, oh, yeah. Then they were always arguing. And so she, I guess she had a complex because she didn't have no teeth and no money to fix it. So one time she thought he was cheating. So she jumps over the fence, and the fence was sketchy, old, bent up and everything. Then she broke her ankle while she was pregnant. I was like, oh, bad luck. That was funny. I go, so were you cheating? He goes, no. That was hilarious, though. Well, not her breaking her ankle, but the reason why she broke her ankle. He goes, I'm in love. And then it was winter time, and we were working on a project, and we'd have him help. And so the other guy had someone from South America, and we were over there busting our butts, and he kept smoking, going to the car to warm his hands. And it was snow, sleet. And he got an hour in, and I go, I'm going to pay you. It was like 30 minutes or 40 minutes, but he only worked like 15. And I go, I'm going to pay you an hour. Let's go home. I'll go buy you some cigarettes. Then he got mad at us. We were out there for 8 hours that day. Holy cow. I'm not made to landscape, but I paid for it that day. Yeah, that was insane. I don't know where he's at. And he worked for a construction company, a cement company, so I don't know. And he would to get to the job, he would almost go He was almost going an hour bus ride, and I was like, hour and a half with the transfers and whatnot. And I'm like, you're nuts. Yep, nuts. Oh. So, yep, McDonald's, Wally's got a good profile on me. Well, I haven't downloaded the apps. I haven't downloaded no discount apps in a long time. Ever since, so the dating apps, they have your GPS, they know your promiscuity, they know a bunch of junk. And so I'm like, oh, that's not worth giving them that data. You run for president and you got all the BBWs on your dating, your POF, your Hinge. That's hilarious. It's tingling at the end of the rod. There we go. Yeah, I'm not seeing them surface no more. They must have moved on. No sniffs, no nothing. Like I say, I like this for the panfish. No bueno. So I guess we're good at one channel cat. Maybe get a couple fish sticks off of there. Oh, the bird's over there singing. Am I in your spot? I think there's a line or something snagged right there. Bobber always dips down. Gives me false hope. Yeah, usually one little rockfish or one little bluegill will bite it. But nobody. Yeah, this used to be a white bass habitat, and they're unlimited. You would see hundreds of people in here fishing. It's like a stadium. Everybody's casting this way, everyone's casting that way. Everybody's along the rocks. No bueno. Did the influencer leave? I'm seeing if he's going to a spot. Fish someone else's honey hole. Yeah, they're jumping down that way again. Maybe Mr. Carp. The one kid, he would just throw there was a certain jig, black with like a yellow eye or a red eye. They were mass producing. That's what he would catch the largemouth on. Nothing, no plastics, no nothing. I was like, that was the urban legend around here. So I don't know if that was true or not. Oh, that's the second skill you need to develop as a fake fisherman. Learn how to lie about pounds, inches. How many you caught? Oh, I caught a few small ones. Is usually my go-to line. I need to do the no good English, sorry. So I was jumping off my diet. What bait and setup? Okay, I'll show you that. I call it the Uncle L jig. We did a on the live. If you look back in the live stream, there was I did some fly tying. I get the springs out of a pin, then I cut it down and I have a fly tying vise, and I mostly use 1/64. I found my stash of 1/24s. Wow, that was a rare find. So the 1/32, I don't know my sizes too well. I use Southern Pro, and then I cut off the lead, some of the lead on the top. So it depends on my bobber. The bobber, that's really done for you. So I modify the bobber. So this one, hopefully that's not carp poo. Get off. So I modify my bobber. I think this is a glow stick from either 13 Fishing or some kind of ice lure. Lindy made it. I think maybe this is Lindy. So I modify with a hot glue gun on my, make sure that's in. There we go. I modify all my bobbers to a glow stick. Lately I've been using Dollar Tree has the neon green or the fluorescent zip ties. That works pretty good. So this one is an old glow stick. So I hot glue it. And then the magic behind the operation is the Uncle L jig. Oh, my tail might be too long. Let's trim that down. It's beat up anyway. So we put the pin spring on there. This is Southern Pro 1/64 or 1/32. There's my pliers or my scissors. Everyone's always looking for mostly everyone puts Pelican Bay, blah blah blah, live streaming. They all look for it. They're like, where's he at? Where's he at? And you'll see the fishermen on their phones, allegedly. So that's it. I think it's in Uncle L Jigs, an old video. I seen that the other day. Only has like 10 views on it. I think I caught mostly everything. Crappie. So I mostly throw 1/64 all the time. Or smaller, bigger. And I used to cane pole fish here a lot. It's channel cat. I think the only thing it hasn't caught is pike and what's the other one? A walleye on this jig. But pretty much else, carp. Everybody likes it. Mudcats, bullheads, largemouth, smallmouth. Mostly I cane pole fish on those and bunk it on their head. So I didn't finish explaining. Oh, there's the water. Something making scary noises. So the pin spring gets my new favorite, panfish niblets, crappie candy, or Play-Doh. I caught a turtle on Play-Doh. Yeah, I caught a turtle. I forgot about the turtle. And then the Play-Doh's cheaper, but it doesn't stick on as long. Maybe it's good for like 4 casts or 5 casts, but it flakes off in their mouth. Usually about 4-pound to 6-pound tests is what I like to throw. White bass. So a little bit of everything likes it. I forgot about the turtle. That was back when I was Uncle L, the expert. Somebody would be looking something at the tackle shop, and this one kid was looking at braided line, and then so the sales associates would follow me around, and I just happened to pass by the kid, and then the kid asked the one sales associate, "Oh, what's a good braided line?" This he goes, "This is our selection." Then he got back to following me around. He's stealing. He's stealing. So he sat there for like 5 or 6 minutes, and he looked normal, but I guess he had a little bit of a Down syndrome. And when he started talking, I go, "Oh, okay." So I pointed him to. He was looking at the spider wire, and I go, I like this other one. What? There's a slick one, maybe Suffix. I go, this is a little bit better than spider wire. He goes, "Oh, okay." And it was at that time the spider wire was maybe 10, $12, and that other line I was suggesting was like 20, 25. But I go, it's expensive, it's pricey. That's the only downside. He gives me a fist bump, grabs the pack, pays for it. But he was telling me he goes, I caught a turtle. I guess maybe he was in the south somewhere. I go, "Oh, okay." So I go, "You're better than me. I haven't caught a turtle." And so next day, using the cane pole, my Uncle L jig, bam, caught a turtle. Back then there was no live, and I thought I needed a GoPro. Everything's pretty much ran through the cell phone. A cheap Walmart burner phone. I think they were $35 on clearance. That's a good deal. Now I avoid everybody that looks like they have a question. I go, "Some jerk's following me around, and he should be helping you." Oh, and Cabela's, you have to avoid the vacation sellers and the credit card lady. Hot old lady will roll up. "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Shoot, it's Uncle L's lucky day. Some cute country girl at Cabela's is hitting on him. Wah, wah, wah. Are you part of our rewards program?" There was one hot girl, cowgirl. She was a barrel racer over at Cabela's. She disappeared, and I never asked her out. But she was in the fishing section, and I knew better not to ask her about fishing. Uncle L, sort of chauvinist. Not saying there's a better female driver than me. I know that, but just only one. And she won the F1, Formula One. And I seen her on the track, and I go, "Yeah, millionaires have all this money." And well, it was a nice car. She was driving that Shelby GT. The owners had one of those, and she'd start last and she would finish first without even trying, like without the risky overtaking in the corners and whatnot. So there is one lady driver that's better than me. Maybe Danica Patrick. But she's not single, I don't think. Yeah, crazy. Oh, you want to go deep sea fishing, huh? Ramsey, Nick. Never. I've seen the ocean, but I never. Maybe like in Japan and China, they have that little charter boat, and man, the guys like for like hours and hours. I'm like, I don't know if Uncle Al can do that. I heard they had an automatic reel for deep sea fishing. That'd be sort of cool. Maybe you plug it in, then you can drop the line and reel it up. Allegedly, I don't know. But that's maybe hand lining in Indonesia around those pretty rocks. In the nice blue ocean. Hand lining, yeah. Maybe I would go for that. Halibut, maybe swordfish fishing. I don't know. We went on a cruise and there's a land sickness, and it took me like a week to get back straight. Well, the one kid jumped off the boat, so our cruise ship just did circles off the coast of Cuba. So my equilibrium went out of balance. I didn't get seasick, but I got land sick when I came back by. I was stumbling and wobbling all over more than usual. Yeah, that's what my buddy says. He goes, I've been pier fishing and I know this and I know that. I'm like, and then he goes over. They put the planter trout in a little pond over there. I call it the kiddie pond, the kiddie pool. He has this 10-pound planter fish, and I'm like, that's a planter. He's about to die anyway. So yeah, I used to pack around a scale, everything else, but we pretty much go ultralight. I got a gear bag review or gear cleaning bag, but pretty much Starlink, everything has to fit in here. Oh, let me see if I got my, since nothing's on, nothing except, oh, did it go down? Nope. I lost my bob. Yeah. Oh, I put it in the front pocket. Oh, here's that zip tie. So I put that zip tie on there. That's my new favorite thing, which I'm surprised it's not on there, but that one's been around, the red glow stick, and I can see it. I lose it every once in a while. So the jig's too heavy, or you can file down this weight. Oh, somebody's on. Different size bobbers. There's that one. See how that pops in the sun. Uncle L jig. Different colors, different whatever, but mostly just the crappie niblets on there. Black and brown's usually my favorite color, but whatever thread I bought, I gotta use up. Oh yeah. 1/64th, one something. Or smaller, 1/32nd. Spikes is best, but waxworms works also. So that's in there. So that pin spring goes on there, and pretty much that does all the work. Everyone else likes cut bait. Uncle L don't like getting too different size, different color niblets, but mostly it's there's pink, this stuff, and this stuff stinks, and then there's like a yellow. Oh, the channel cat are moving in. So those two. I guess maybe we'll switch out to the pink, see if that makes a difference. My L Croix, my drinks. Every once in a while, we'll roll with a cooler to bring something home. King pole fishing. And then this is the 8-foot Berkeley power bait trout dough. I don't know if they make it anymore though. Channel cat, carp, everything's been on this bad boy. Uh-oh. Where'd the bobber go? Oh, there it is. So yeah, I usually go small and that's it. Most of the time. And then for the longest time, I used to just sit on the docks and use the ice fishing pole. And I dominated. But my favorite place to use a dock are fish the docks, turning into a communist resort. So you can't fish in between then. You can't look at the docks during ice fishing season. It's just silly over there. So yeah, there's no right way, wrong way. We the fake FFI, fake fishing influencer. We soak a bear hook and just collect subscribers, do shout outs. We're pretty consistent though. We usually catch something. Or we see somebody catching something and then we figure out what the secret recipe is. Like I said, that influencer kid was here and I think he's fishing over here. But he was using a bubble and a worm for a smallmouth. So if I was to catch something today, it'd be a perch or a smallmouth would make me happy. It's not necessary, oh, Mr. Carp. Not necessary, but it's a beautiful day. The camera hasn't overheated. And then I'm on the mission to look for some jigs so I can stop at two sportsmen's on the way home and look for a certain jig. I found my bags of jigs. Holy crap. I thought my bag gear cleaning thing had all my mother load of stuff in there. No. I was like, holy crap. And it was in a place I would have never looked. So I was like, spider. Yeah, we're looking for the crocodile. Dang, my Uncle L might be going to the alligator Alcatraz. They're saying crocodiles. I think I'm a little too high, but there's a lot of snags right here. And then there's a yellow line. It looks like it broke finally. That was to prevent the kayakers or whatever coming in. And then this thing shoots out like a tidal wave of water sometimes. Surprised it hasn't scared the crap out of me the first time. So we're pretty much on par with the bait soakers down there. Well, I'm good with that. Like I say, all our sporting goods stores are on the way home. Shields, Sportsman's. I don't stop at Cabela's no more. They not hitting right no more. They seem like they don't care. And that's the mega store too. Ever since they lost the Bargain Cave, I'm like, yeah, no, this reel's not from the Bargain Cave. The other one is. It was like 50% off. Somebody didn't like it. Return it or use it 2 times and then return it. And there used to be some good Vexilars for $125 or something in there. Ice fishing tents. Oh, yeah. Let's try pink, see if they like the pink. Oh, yeah. It seems like the channel cats like the pink. I don't know why. No rhyme or reason. Mud cats, too. That's the problem. You catch a bunch of mud cats. Bullheads. Yeah, so story time was earlier. The guy shot off his balls. One ball. And we caught a channel cat. Oh, they got a jackery? What? These guys are legit. So, like I say, there was an influencer with his kid, and they caught a smallmouth right there, which was pretty rare. So, and it looked like he accidentally, what do you call it? Dropped his lure. So, I was trying to. They sort of angled it right, so you couldn't tell where he was. And then I think he was over there on that dock, but everyone's in his spot, so no TikTok and filming today. Then another little influencer was a net boy yesterday. It wasn't needed. And then he came over and sat on top of my spot. I go, I'm leaving in 10-20 minutes. Let me wrap up the program. Nope. Casting right over. I was like, oh, okay. Whatever, kid. This is where I caught a big, he had frog feet. Monster channel cat. Old school. He was here. Yeah, he bit on the Uncle L jig too, 164th. I'm just shocked there's no bluegills or little rockfish. Sunnies. Or a crappie. All the Californians are moving over here. MJ's facilitating them over in the little valley over there. Oh, did they take down the flag? I can't see that far. Maybe it's on the next hill over. Not sure what they're using for bait. Probably worms, or you can use cut bait here. Maybe a hot dog. Yeah, way shocked. But if I wasn't sitting down on this cushion, I'd already been out. Oh, there's some kind of fart right there. Yeah, there hasn't been no discounts at the sporting goods store either. I'm not an Amazon guy. I buy it in person. Sometimes I'll order something off, but oh, they're up to number 2, so it looks like the channels are more in the center. Let's see what it is. Oh, they're still playing with their one fish. I caught like a small white bass. Dang, I'm watching on TikTok. Everyone's quitting their job. So I went on a leave of absence. So this is day 2 of the leave of absence. I'm like, this is a good choice. Versus driving to the middle of nowhere, breaking down. It's okay money, so I got one more check coming towards me. Oh, maybe camping show next weekend. Oh, shoot. The Jinx might be on listening. I don't want him and his little... There's a dog paw on there on my Starlink. Shout out to MJ, Fat Cat. Rhinos? Some Adventure Joy, Scatter Joy. Just some people that checked in that I remember. Oh, Rusty River Fishing. Can't forget about him. Then there was one, Adventures for All, or Equal for All, but he has a weird name. But he has a powwow guy on there, so he's half decent. Some kind of fancy dancer. Oh, anyway, Elon. Shout out to Elon. Usually there's no cell signal in here. Completely surprised. No little bullheads bit yet. There's one floating around somewhere, but... Yeah, what's nice about ice fishing, right about 5 feet that way, there was a little honey hole, and I caught a largemouth through the ice over there. Usually this place is full of people, but nobody. I think all the cat fishermen that were over there left. We might see if we can go on a mobile adventure, see if Elon stays hooked up. I'll do one more cast and see if I can roam. and see what the battery is. So check the chat. I can barely see it. But welcome in. Arnaldo. Orlando? Alonjo. I don't know. Close enough. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see if we can go mobile with the Starlink. One channel cat. I think those guys are up to 2 channel cats. Oh man, you guys hear that? Damn, that's a major piece of aircraft. He's breaking that hard. Huh. One more cast and we'll maybe try over there. I think I seen them pull a largemouth out over there, but there's a lot of snags. Yeah, the smallmouths are a different hook. They're a little thicker gauge, but they're still about 1/64th range. Stay away, spider. There's big spiders around here. But usually the one jigs I'm using now, they can handle about 1 or 2 big fish, and then you got to change it out. The carps usually drag it and straighten it out because they're harder fighting. Let's go check on the battery, see what the status is. We got a new knockoff DeWalt for like 12 or 13 bucks. Like, the one guy down there said he bought one of those all-in-one mini batteries, and he goes, it sucks. 30, 45 minutes. Good thing I didn't pay 200 bucks for that, because it fits on the bottom of the Starlink. Oh, looks like the kids showed up to the beach. There's like a nice sandy beach over on the other side of this establishment. This side, the pond, seems to get used pretty good. Let's go one more time this way, and we'll see if I can walk around. Oh. Yeah, there's not as many bobbers here too. That tells me usually there's about 10 bobbers. The wood bobbers, usually the Asians. The big bobbers, usually the kids. The half white, half red ones. And then there's a micro bobber. That's probably me, or there's one guy called the Russian. I think he's getting old though, so I can't make it. No four-wheel drive capabilities. I'm getting to that point. Yeah, shocking. Now let's see if I can make you. Wonder if I should just close down and do a live stream again. Yeah, let's try that. I'll go try over there. I got too much to pack upstairs. There we go. Alright, thanks for joining. Yeah. Hopefully the AI caught the one channel cat. And, let's show you. We're going to have some fish sticks tonight. Oh, where did that big hook go? Not too bad. garbage out. El Croix. None of my fishing lines here so I don't get yelled at. Oh, I put it over here. Look at this. I think it's Kitex. Woo, jig. Might take that home for the fun of it. MJ, Fat Cat, Royos, Joy, the banana. Oh, Gaynine. He's my favorite dog. Well, no, he's second favorite. And then the duckies. I haven't seen the duckies today. I'm sort of sad.